All right, conversation on immigration, visa workers, border security continues across the country. What should the United States do about migrants entering the country at our southern border? The truth is, places like Idaho, we need migrant workers in crucial fields. Still, migrants are breaking the law by entering the country illegally, the ones that are doing that. There are plenty of people that do it the right way. Some say, though, that there needs to be a hard line drawn there. There needs to be a difference between the migrants and the people that are coming over and getting the paperwork. Others say, though, that there needs to be a fix. That includes a much-requested guest worker visa program for year-round agriculture, construction, food processing, just to name a few areas that those workers are badly needed and used in Idaho. So there's a combination of values and realities here in play. Lawmakers in Idaho continue to call on Congress and the White House to do something about it. A Senate committee this afternoon debated a draft letter they want to send to Congress, President Biden, and Idaho's congressional delegation. It's a Senate Joint Memorial 102, and it calls for the federal immigration system to be modernized, to secure the border, and to provide for a legal workforce of guest workers, and to also prohibit amnesty for quote-unquote illegal aliens. Critics say that the message from Idaho to Congress and President Biden, they say this doesn't go far enough.
This is actually past due. We're now at the critical point, and what we need now, halt the invasion, stop all the ancillary problems like the sex trafficking and the drugs and everything else, and then deal with I think what I would call the tertiary issue.
And those tertiary issues being workforce visas, figuring out how to populate the workforce in Idaho. So we also heard, though, from supporters that say the message, it's right on point, and that this is more than just sending a letter. Supporters agree that there needs to be border security, but the reality here in Idaho is our state depends on a foreign-born workforce.
We're not going to try and get down on the nitty-gritty. We can let those in DCs do it, but we do need to send a signal to our delegation members that this good body sees a need for reform and it's impacting Idaho from border security to food security to labor, and let's get that done.
So the resolution passed out of committee with only one no vote. So why is it important for the lawmakers that they send a letter to our congressional delegation, Congress as a body, and President Biden? Well, supporters say that the Senate Joint Memorial is almost an act of desperation, calling on the powers that be to do something, do anything, as they say. Will they listen? It's a good question, but ramping up rhetoric is something that lawmakers hope will catch someone's attention in D.C. Sometimes, they say, you need to pound the table. That's what Senator Jim Guthrie, the sponsor of the resolution, says.